Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the WZ-111, and if you haven't guessed by the title, as I always say, we're achieving the third mark of excellence in this video. Now the WZ-111, there's two Chinese heavy tanks that have got preferential matchmaking. This one and the 112. Now I've got both, but I've never played the 112 because I always wanted to finish this tank first. I've had this tank for quite a while. I've also got the Alpine Tiger version because I got that in a chest. And I really enjoy this tank. It's got good mobility. The armour's okay. It can work and it can't. The gun handling is better than the 112. And generally for a 122 it's not too bad. Its pen's not that great. It's got good heat rounds. 250 heat pen is fantastic to have. So against something like this Patriot or that T-44, my 175 pen AP is not going to work very well. But I don't know what it is about this tank, I just enjoy it overall. It's one that I didn't expect to enjoy, but when I picked it up, I got it on like 50% discount when they put it on one of those deal of the weeks. And I thought, you know, I'll pick it up, and I played it, and it was kind of like, well, this isn't actually that bad. So I've flirted with the third mark on this tank quite a bit. So this game here that I'm playing right now, I played quite a while ago. And it gets me up to about 94.3. And then after this game, I had one or two games where I ended up dropping back below 94. Well, I had one game where I think I dropped only a little bit, and then the next game, for some reason, the marks fluctuated. So I ended up going to like 91%, and I didn't think, you know, I was going to get it. No, I didn't have a chance. But anyway, more of that in a bit. This tank is good. It's pretty solid. It's alright at side scraping, especially against tanks like a T-44. Like I say, you're going to struggle with the pen of the AP sometimes. So, like right now, I'm firing heat because the Patriot, I'm not going to pen. I'm not going to pen the Patriot without the heat. Not a cat in hell's chance. So right now, since there's me and this medium behind me, he is the only one on this flank. We've got to get rid of him. So we're pushing this Patriot, and hopefully we'll be able to take him out. We'll pump another one into him. 328. That roll's not great. It's got 390 alpha, which is again another thing that's great about the 122. The Belarus one finishes him off, and we're switching back to AP because we're in a good matchup. We don't really need the heat all that much. It's only certain tanks that we do struggle with. There's these SU-130s at the back again. Well, the SU-130 will have no problem with. The Diamondback, on the other hand, we will struggle to pen that frontally. We'll need heat definitely for its lower plate. The SU-130 gets shut down by the Belarus, and I will kind of want to push the tempo. Again, I always push the tempo. It's me. I'm aggressive as hell. I do silly things and try and get... Well, I do silly things and do get away with it sometimes. So there's this Belarus, then we pull up and there's this just casually sitting there, this SU-130. So we're going to load HE. Now I could finish him with the AP, because I've got 390 alpha, he's got 376 health left. But there's the chance that I could have that 338 roll type again, you know, where I'm not going to kill him. I'm hesitating a lot now though because of that Diamondback. We just decided, you know what, we're going to slam this shot in. The Diamondback is still alive, but he's... I don't know if he's tracked, or... I'm not quite sure what he's doing. I assume he's tracked. He must be tracked. That's why he was like that. And we shut him down. And in reality, I probably didn't have to be that scared of him. I could have just driven past him, taken, you know, put a shot into the SU-130 PM, and then finished him off. But then I took an unnecessary hit from the SU-130. So we're loading heat for this Diamondback because we can't finish him with the AP. He's turned to face us. All we've got to do is lump it through his lower plate. But of course, we get perfect RNG and the shell goes right underneath him. So we're going to have to reload again and try and do it again. And this time, no problem. Straight through the lower plate. And there's only 5 tanks left, and they're pretty much all on that ice road where these guys are. I'm not too hopeful we will get much more damage. they're not the healthiest. My driving doesn't help us at any point there. Like, my driving is always on point, exactly like that, crashing into rocks. Perfect driver. So we're going to try and get to the ice road and see if we can get a shot or not. I mean, it's more out of hope than not, to be honest, because I feel like they might die, but then they've killed all but one of the guys on that ice road. So there's always the chance. But no, unfortunately, one of them's getting farmed. There's still this Carnarvon though, 1100 hit points on this Carnarvon. We could get there for one more shot. And that's all at this point, you know, I'm playing the game. I'm just like, just one more shot, please. Please, I just want one more. Just one more. We get the lower plate of this Carnarvon. We pump the shot in. The game answered our prayers, really, didn't it? It may have only been 50 damage, but we got what we wanted. One more shot, damn it. One more shot. Take 50 over nothing. Oh well. So that was a good game on Arctic Region. 3.9k damage, 5 kills. Nice little run around. Just a first class. And it puts us up to 94.3. 1792 base XP, 17 shots, 14 hits, 12 pens. Well, that's pretty good for a gun with this accuracy. It's got 0.44 accuracy, 0.3 aim time. Like, the difference between this and the 112, like, the 112 has 0.34 aim, 3.4 aim time and 0.46 accuracy, which is pretty damn dreadful. But it's got the same pen, 275 AP, 250 heat. It's not too bad. So then we get this game that I played with Swindle on his stream the other day. And the last time I played this tank, I was at about 91%, I think. Because of, like I say, about that fluctuation in the mark, where it just dropped by like 3% for absolutely no reason at all. So I was just playing this game, really. I had no idea how I was even close, and we're just going to go to the hill on Mali because there's not really anywhere else that's effective to go to. Like, a lot of people on Mali Winter, for some reason, go to the H12. It's not all that... It's not really that good of an idea, because the sort of 1, 2, 3 bottom line, like their HJK, generally there's not a lot of cover. You get stuck in a little peekaboo wall, and if there's artillery, they do wreck you. Obviously, I mean, artillery wrecks you no matter where you go. You go on top of the hill like we're going now, they do tend to wreck you quite hard. But we've got so many tanks on the enemy team that are not that great with being cooled down, pretty much. So we know that we can go up here, and we're not going to face things like Carnarvons, where they're going to be sitting on this ridge line, where we're not going to be able to pen them, and they can pen us every time. So at the minute, it's just me and Swindle on top of the hill. We're quite fearful of the artillery, but at the same time, we're just going to try and see what we can shoot and put shots in. If you're fearful of the artillery, you're going to end up camping. You're going to end up not really doing much. You're going to give them too much ground. So the first on this chopping board is this Pantera. We popped a shot in earlier. We're going to try and finish him. He gets slapped, so we get a nice 633 spotting from spotting all those that are camping at that little rock. We'll try and kill the Pantera again. Clearly just break his gun. Pantera's OP armor. And we'd have to overexpose ourselves a little bit too much to shoot it. So we think, you know what, let's try and go for the Tiger 1. It's not got much armor, right? No, we bounced on the gun mantler, unfortunately. But then this Leo, who decided to try and come up, runs away. Both me and Swindle pop in one. And Artie managed to hit me, or actually, I should rephrase that. So artillery hit Swindle and hurt me at the same time. Took a lot of health off of Swindle, and took 200 off of me. So now Swindle's not on much health at all. I'm still on quite healthy. They're running away. Like, the Leo and the Tiger 1 seem to be fairly alone. And I'm thinking, this gun, I don't really want to keep at distance. They're not exposing enough to keep shooting, so screw it, we're going. RNG takes that shell in. It guides my shell perfectly into that Leo. That was a beautifully RNG guided shell. Took him out, and now we're just on the charge. We've got this Tiger one down here that we know we can finish. He's now, yeah, he's now definitely a one-shot. And we're just going to shut him down and then push down to see if we can spot Artie. And at this point, I haven't realised, I think Swindle points it out to me. There's a Tiger 2 spotted for the first time. He is there. This is the first time he's been spotted by me. Well, by anyone, and it's me spotting. There's a Ferdinand there. We're kind of in a precarious position now. And we just kind of want to get rid of this Tiger 2 because he... well, this Ferdinand has good shots at us, but he boinged on us. And it didn't sound high caliber, so I'm not really too worried. This Tiger 2 is a worry for me currently, so he is basically preoccupying me. We luckily get a bounce from him, and we shut him down. So now we're going to have to charge. We're going to have to get under the gun lines again, get under these ridge lines. And then an SU-130 PM appears out of the blue. We managed to get a little clip on him. 402. We bounce our little friend's shot, unfortunately, but thank God he finishes him off because that could have been my death quite easily. We're still bouncing shots from that Ferdinand. It's clearly not the top gun. We shoot the artillery and leave him on 2 hit points. We've got 390 alpha. We should have finished him every time then. But we shut him down. No more shotguns from him because he took a lot of our health there with that little splash. And we've just got this Ferdinand on our right now that's preoccupying. Then the M4043 gets spotted and he one-shots the poor setter. And thankfully, there's that good RNG roll we get. We roll for 400, kill the Artie. That's a Pascucci's medal, nice. 5 kills. Now there's just this Ferdinand. And I'm kind of, well, I am hoping he doesn't rush me. Because I've not got the health. And the worst thing that could happen to me right now is he was to rush me and just pummel shots him. So right now I'm looking for what I could I can't pen it with the AP in its superstructure. I'm not going to be able to find a position to get the gun depression to shoot his weak spots. Because I could shoot the cheeks of the Ferdinand, because it's exactly the same as the Tiger P. I could shoot the cheeks of the Ferdinand, or I could shoot the lower plate and pen it easily. But at this position now on this ridge line, I'm not going to get the gun depression. So I'm just going to make use of the sad armour of the Ferdinand, load 250 heat, and go through his superstructure. Because his superstructure is only about 200 and... I think it's 220 effective or something like that. So if you've got 250 pen, you're just going to make light work of its armour. Sad to say for the tank. So we shut him down, get our top gun, 3.6k damage, 1400 assistance so far, and there's 4 tanks left. Now, a couple of them were spotted near the cap earlier on, so that makes me think I need to go back. I know I've got a TD and a medium tank, kind of got Overwatch, but I want to go back and make sure that I'm not going to leave the cap alone. Because earlier on they had a lot that pushed the cap. When I pushed, basically when I pushed down the 0 line, they had quite a lot that was going to the cap. And I made the decision to charge down the 0 line because we had a lot on Overwatch at the cap and I was quite confident that they weren't going to do anything. So now this heavy tank gets spotted here. And then the light tank gets spotted. So now I'm thinking, okay, now I know where they are. I'm going to charge into the middle. I'm going to try and aim for the little dips at F5. I want to be in and around that position so I can get these guys into render, but at the same time I'm still under cover from these ridge lines. But then I push a bit further forward and I get lit. And now I'm wondering, okay, what's lit me up? There's an STRV S1 and there's a Cromwell B somewhere. We know that the light tank's up north, so he couldn't have spotted me. Then the STRV gets spotted by our light tank in their base, so he couldn't have spotted me. Now I'm getting spotted every time I poke up. There's a Cromwell B somewhere. I'm not quite sure how I'm getting spotted, because this tank isn't like, well, it's not like the Soviet heavy tanks where they're blind as a bat. This has got 380 meters view range, and I'm running optics, food, great crew with like situational awareness, recon, brothers in arms. So I'm pushing 460, 470 view range quite easily in this tank. And I'm getting out-spotted every time, and I'm pretty sure it's the Cromwell B. I don't know where he is. And getting out-spotted here is going to be a common theme for this bit of the battle. This bit of the battle is quite long-winded. Not a lot happens at this point now, because of how we keep getting... I know I'm a fat heavy tank and I've got no camo, and that's the reason he's spotting me. But I was pretty sure I should have been able to spot him. That was my problem. So right now I'm just trying to push in some way to try and bait them. Because I'm pretty confident that the Cromwell B is somewhere on my right. I feel like he is. I feel like... See, where I've pinged is where I think he might be in a bush. I'm going to try and see if I can get a shot at this S1. But I don't want to peek for too long. Both can finish me in one shot. I don't want to poke for too long. It's just not... I don't want to risk it. I want my 7th kill. I want my 8th kill. Because at the minute, you know, there's 2 tanks left. And I'm on for a Radley Walters. The Cromwell B gets spotted and he's been sat in that bush the whole time. We snap a shot at him and clearly we shoot him in the side. Track him only. But we get the tracking, so I'm not going to moan too much. We know, now he's gone, we know where the S1 is. He's somewhere over there. And our light tank that was spotting him earlier on has run off. And we're not going to spot the S1. We're really going to struggle to spot him. Because he's got excellent camo. And if he's got a good crew, which is a premium tank, so most of the time he probably is running a good crew, and he's got camo net, we're not going to spot him until he shoots at us. And to be honest, he's got high enough pen that he could pen our turret quite easily. So it's a risk. So now we're in a position where we know where he is. He's somewhere over there. But I can't spot him. There's not a chance I'm spotting him. Unless he fires, in which there's a chance. So that's why I keep poking up like this. I'm hoping he'll take a chancy shot. And in doing so, will get spotted by me. So... I'm quite frustrated right now because I really need help to spot them. The HWK should be able to spot him with Leon. Absolutely no problem. I'm taking a pot shot where I think he could be, but I don't really actually know. I really need someone to help me spot this guy. The T-44 can take a hit. I know the HWK can't, which is why he's possibly so hesitant. But he's got the camo, and he's got 410 metres view range. So if he's got a decent crew, he can spot him. But thankfully, the S1 finally takes the bait and has a shot. We shoot the S1 for 389, and then he gets shut down by artillery. So that's nice. We get a 4k damage, 1700, well, nearly 1800 assistance. We really could have done, though, with a little bit more help with the spotting. But like I say, thankfully, the S1 took the bait and fired. We also got a blind fire somewhere in there, so we ended up with 4.4k, which is quite nice. I can't... Oh, we shot the GW Panther and he got unspotted. So right now I'm in pure shock. Because I get the ace tanker, I get a high caliber, and it's like, wait, what? 3 marks of excellence? Okay then, sure, thank you game. So we get 3 marks of excellence, Top Gun, Pascucci's, Spartan Medal, Steel Wall. And like I say, this tank is a very nice tank. I really enjoyed playing it the whole time. And I'm just in complete shock because it was like, wait. I think the best kind sometimes are like that, where it's kind of out of the blue and you're like, wait, that happened? Okay, sure. I'll take it. So, yeah. It's definitely a good tank. Would I recommend picking up? No, I think there's better pref tanks out there. But it is a lot of fun to play. And I hope you can gauge what it's like from just watching this replay. So as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.